In what federal officials are calling the largest fentanyl seizure in U.S. history, over 400 kilos were confiscated in a massive multi-state operation centered in Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Duke Rodriguez, the CEO of Ultra Health and a prominent figure in New Mexico's cannabis industry, is seriously considering a Republican bid for governor in 2026. Morrison Outdoors, an Albuquerque-based company that makes sleeping bags for infants and toddlers, will be featured on ABC's Shark Tank. And professional hockey is making its long-awaited return to New Mexico. From the Albuquerque Journal, this is the leading news. I'm Gino Gutierrez. Today is Wednesday, May 6th, and I'll have more on those stories plus a look at the weather forecast on the other side of this break.
This episode is brought to you by the Kirtland Partnership Committee. For 30 years, we've been dedicated to supporting, growing, and preserving the Kirtland National Security Complex. We work tirelessly to enhance military readiness, foster community partnerships, improve quality of life, and promote economic development right here in New Mexico. Join us in our mission to ensure that Kirtland remains a cornerstone of national security and a key provider of quality jobs and investment for all of Greater Albuquerque. Together, we can make a powerful impact. Kirtland Partnership Committee, proudly shaping the future of our national security for 30 years.
In what federal officials are calling the largest fentanyl seizure in U.S. history, over 400 kilograms of fentanyl were confiscated in a massive multi-state operation centered in Albuquerque and Santa Fe. The bus also yielded several kilos of heroin, 7 pounds of meth, $610,000 in cash, 49 firearms, including illegal ghost guns and automatic weapons. United States Attorney General Pam Bondi and other top officials held a press conference in Washington, D.C., declaring the operation a major blow to the Sinaloa cartel, which authorities say was behind the trafficking. The cartel's alleged ringleader, Humberto Salazar Amaya, was arrested in Salem, Oregon, with $2.8 million in cash and $50,000 in jewelry. In total, 16 individuals have been charged in the case, with most facing fentanyl tracking and distribution charges. The U.S. Attorney's Office confirmed that several suspects are Mexican nationals, and Salazar Amaya is also facing charges for illegal re-entry and harboring unauthorized immigrants. Officials say the cartel's leaders insulated themselves while pushing large quantity of drugs through U.S. hubs like Albuquerque, Phoenix, and Utah. The DEA, which began its investigation in August 2024, executed its first arrest in November and spent 55,000 hours on the case, eventually infiltrating the organization at, quote, every level. Multiple stash locations were raided, uncovering hundreds of thousands of fentanyl pills, some hidden in storage tubs and safes. Officials vowed the operations will continue, with more arrests and seizures expected. Duke Rodriguez, the CEO of Ultra Health and a prominent figure in New Mexico's cannabis industry, is seriously considering a Republican bid for governor in 2026. Rodriguez, 67, said he's more than 90% confident he'll run and has already held discussions with national and state GOP leaders. A final decision is expected this summer. If he enters the race, Rodriguez would join Rio Rancho Mayor Greg Hall in the Republican field, with other possible candidates still unannounced. On the Democratic side, Deb Haaland and Sam Bregman have both declared their candidacy, setting the stage for a competitive race to replace term-limited Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham. Rodriguez, a former healthcare executive and state human services secretary, touted his deep knowledge of Medicaid and health policy. He's critical of the state's rising Medicaid enrollment, now covering nearly 40% of residents, and called for stricter eligibility checks, particularly for non-citizens. He also opposed state funding for abortion clinics, instead advocating investment in primary care. Despite potential GOP skepticism towards the cannabis industry ties, Rodriguez believes his business success and policy experience will resonate more. He acknowledged he would be likely to invest at least $2 million of his own money if he wants to remain competitive. Rodriguez has also sued the New Mexico Medical Insurance Pool over alleged transparency violations and is sharply critical of the recent state spending growth, arguing that surplus funds should fund public retirement systems and water infrastructure like desalination projects. Though the GOP has struggled in statewide New Mexico elections, Rodriguez is hoping the timing might finally be right. Morrison Outdoors, an Albuquerque-based company that makes sleeping bags for infants and toddlers, will be featured on ABC's Shark Tank this Friday at 7 p.m. Founder Travis Malcolm will pitch his product to a panel of well-known investors, aiming to secure funding to expand his growing business. The company's innovative sleeping bags are designed for children aged 6 months to 6 years, offering warmth and and safety for outdoor activities. The idea was born in 2018 when Malcolm and his wife couldn't find a baby-safe sleeping bag for their camping trip with their son, Morrison. The gap in the market inspired Malcolm to design his own and later launch Morrison Outdoors in 2019 with a successful Kickstarter campaign. Today, Morrison Outdoors products are sold in over 40 stores across the United States and Canada, including REI and Shields. Models can withstand temperatures as low as 20 degrees, and bags feature thoughtful details like a secure collar to prevent suffocations and button-up zippers for easy diaper changes. Malcolm's path to Shark Tank involved a rigorous application and preparation process, including memorizing his pitch and rehearsing it with friends. Though he couldn't reveal whether a deal was made, he described the experience as, quote, once in a lifetime, calling it both nerve-wracking and validating. Beyond TV, the company is planning to relocate its warehousing from California to Albuquerque, which Malcolm says will save money and create local jobs. He's also contributing to New Mexico's outdoor economy as vice chair of Endeavor New Mexico, a nonprofit supporting recreation businesses. Malcolm hopes national exposure will boost sales and establish Morrison Outdoors as a leader in kids' camping gear. And in sports news, professional hockey is making its long-awaited return to New Mexico, with the ECHL announcing the New Mexico Hockey Club will begin play in October of 2026 at the Rio Rancho Event Center. This marks the state's first pro hockey team since the New Mexico Scorpions ceased operation in 2009. The team will compete in the East Coast Hockey League, a AA affiliate league for the NHL and AHL. It's owned by Rev Entertainment, a Dallas-based company known for managing Globe Life Field and other major sports venues. Rev President Sean Decker emphasized that the team's focus will be on creating a, quote, hyper-local identity built for and by New Mexicans. He cited Rio Rancho's popularity, economic potential, and local sports culture as a key reason for choosing the location. ECHL Commissioner Ryan Creelan highlighted how the addition of New Mexico helps round out the league's mountain division alongside teams in Idaho, Utah, and Nevada, enhancing regional balance after the departure of California's franchises to the AHL. Initial efforts will focus on building a fan base and securing sponsorships, while hiring for coaches and hockey staff is set for spring of 2026. Though the Dallas Stars are advising the team on setup, they will not be the club's affiliate. This move brings professional hockey to a passionate market and adds another chapter to New Mexico's expanding sports landscape. If you like hearing all of the latest news from the Albuquerque Journal here on the Leading News, consider becoming a digital subscriber to the Albuquerque Journal. You can check our show notes for a discount code on a digital subscription and keep up with all the latest news from New Mexico's leading news source. Now taking a look at the weather forecast. Today you can expect scattered showers between noon to 3 p.m., partly sunny with a high near 66. As for this evening, scattered showers are expected before midnight, mostly cloudy with a low around 43. To keep up with all the latest news from the Albuquerque Journal, you can visit our website at abqjournal.com. That's the Leading News. I'm Gino Gutierrez. We'll be back tomorrow.